Hi guys, welcome back to the Fastbreak.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
your host Koketso. On today again, it's just Shaz and I. Just Shaz and
Yeah,
I swear,
like I said,
Shaz.
it's the
If
ratings.
no, listen. I swear, if we're together next week as well, we might as well just kick everyone out. I hope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
say
hope
we
he
saying
says
that
this
we saying that live on the
live.
fourth break.
Hundred
I hear
percent.
you.
100%.
Also, people like Les. I don't really. His opinion on basketball is very low. So his IQ is very low. I like to say it now.
What?
So Les,
You
anytime
fetching Les live also? What the
yeah,
hell,
yeah.
dude?
He wants to brush up on his knowledge of basketball, So yeah, Breezy as well. I've enjoyed the show without Breezy, without his hot takes. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's very
enjoying where
peaceful.
we at.
I won't lie.
I'm enjoying where
Yeah,
we
this
at
is very good.
with our basketball analysis.
Yeah, no, this is very good. Let's just get into it, right? I'm wearing orange
Mm,
because of the Cape Town Tigers. They made it
shout
to
out to
the,
them.
I think, yeah, the final round of the BAL qualifiers, which was dope. Yeah, I think they only have one round, and then they get to represent South Africa in the BAL. And I know this year we've been crying for a South African team, so
Yes, sir.
hopefully they'll be representing us. Do you have
Yeah,
anything to say about the team?
I think that's super exciting. One, them coming into our leagues, and I didn't think they'd be this good. They are actually a really great team. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, as a new expansion team, it's even weird to say that. But as a new team, you never expect them to be this good. You always think they're going to go through their process, but they've come in and you know what? They've kicked some ass and one game away. I think if they get through that, that is super exciting for South African basketball. And you know what? Just as a pure South African, I'm backing them. You guys know I'm an goalie magic guy for life, but back in the Cape Town Tigers, just on a representative level. Shout out to them. Shout out to the structure.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, dude, the team has like American players. It's not just South African players.
I'm backing South
It is
African
owned
basketball.
by an American.
South
Wait,
African
what?
basketball. These are politics that I really don't care about.
Yeah, but like we can't just say, okay, whatever. Let's not get into it. But
Let's get
there's
into
a
it.
lot of
Let's get into
okay,
it.
cool. But there's a lot of international players, so it's not just South Africans.
Did you feel
And
like
I'm not taking anything away from the South African players because they're also good.
did you feel the same way when J. Cole was playing for that team?
100%.
No. Look, my politics on this is that we got to get through the door. So let's get the team through the door. We'll deal with these other issues as they come. I think it's a huge thing for South African basketball just as a stamp of approval because, look,
Yeah.
we haven't been on even on a club level, even with our international players. We haven't been great, and this is a great step in the right direction. All these other things will come when, but let's get our team
Yeah.
through. Our team. Those are very
Okay, cool.
hard words
I
to say
mean,
out.
yeah, I do agree with you on that regard. I mean, something new. I've never ever in my life have seen a South African professional team where these players
Exactly.
actually wake up every single day just to play basketball. That's crazy.
And
So,
I
I
think I
mean,
love
shout
that.
out to them.
Yeah, I love that. And that's where the game needs to go. So like I said, the Cape Town Tigers really bring a level of excitement. And when we were talking about it last year with regards to development of the game in South Africa, because teams are gonna now players are gonna start wanting to play for them. And I think their academy structures are gonna be
Yeah,
incredible post this. If they get through, it's gonna be amazing. And I think it will feed into one development into their structures and holistic structures because I know a lot of the other teams are really bleak that the
exactly.
Tigers are this far, and they're actually gonna get it, and they're gonna get major coin from that, and that's all we really want in South African basketball is financial backing for players, where players can really take it professionally, and we
And
can
good
get
administration. Let's not forget that. But
great
yeah.
admin. It creates a big marketing pool for everyone. It actually really creates a holistic structure that everybody's excited about. So shout out to the Tigers. I can't hate.
Yeah, I'm also like, I mean, I don't even have any other team to support, so obviously I'm supporting them.
And hopefully we get
But
like a J.
yeah,
Cole. And let's hopefully we get like a J. Cole if we get through.
excuse me, you were
Hopefully.
against the J. Cole thing. Now you want a J. Cole. What?
Yeah, look, I
Ha,
tell you
you're not consistent.
my politics are very when it comes to South Africa, politics are very
What the
different.
hell? No, I don't want any J. Cole. I think the team is it's fine. Exactly the way it is. Rather we get like an NBA vet or something. Not J. Cole. No way.
Like a
That's so
young ISO
disrespectful.
Joe, like a young ISO Joe, he could do well in that structure. I'm,
No,
I'm
dude.
putting it out there. I'm putting it out there.
No ways, no ways, no ways. Let's get into the NBA. So obviously it's the 75th anniversary. Okay, yeah, you have a lot to say. I like it. I like it. It's the 75th anniversary, and for the anniversary, the league thought it was a smart idea. First of all, I'm so against this list, right? Whatever. So the league decided, to name the 75th anniversary team, which is
Yeah,
75 all-time greats in the
yeah.
league. So active players and retired players,
Mm.
whatever. And people felt like some names should have been on the list, but they were
Some
not.
names deserve to
I'm
go
one of
now.
those people.
Some
What?
names, some of the names on the 75 list, and like before,
Yeah, so this
do
list
you
was
want to
very
start?
weird.
I
I
think
don't,
you start.
okay, I'm
You
against the
start.
list. Yeah, let me
Why? They've
start.
done it
So
for the
I'm
50.
against
They've
the
done it
list.
for the
Like,
50. They did it for the
huh?
50. They did it for top 50, and then they did it
Yeah, but the
for.
50, yeah, yeah. So wait, what do you mean? I'm so
So
confused.
the top 75 list was going to come out anyway because it's
Yeah.
75 years of the NBA. I want to know what they've done it already for the top 50 players when the league did 50 players,
Oh,
and they were their own political snubs as well. But that was because we're the leaguers. But there's some great players who didn't make the list. And before, I think you start, then I'll start, then I'll go next. Sorry.
okay, but okay, I don't even have much to say about this list because, like, what's the point? I know the WNBA had a similar thing where fans got
Mm.
to vote for the GOAT, and the most voted GOAT was Diana Taurasi, so she's the certified GOAT for the WNBA, and I'm like, there's so many
Certified,
players.
no, certified will, you know what?
That's what they say. You know what I mean? So these things are weird. Like, I hate that. That's why I'm so against this list because it doesn't make any sense. It's just there to cause drama, to start a conversation, I guess. But it does help
Mm.
I mean, players can get an extra check, an extra million if
Yeah, yeah.
you're, listed.
But also, like our all-time goats. These are conversations that we generally have about basketball and the politics around basketball. And every person who watches
But we don't
basketball
get
has
to
their goat.
75.
Here we get to their
Yeah.
goat. But there's some players who got big snubs. And I think, as the game progresses, there's some players who, and they've had great, incredible careers. And some of them are Hall of Famers, which are deserved. But in this list, there are about 6 players that I'm going to get into, and you're probably going to get into, who deserve to be on
Mm-hmm.
that list. Do you want to kick off? Should I kick off?
No, go on.
I think the greatest snub on that list, and it was like a huge indictment on this old school head versus where we are in the NBA right now. I think Dwight Howard's career
Yeah.
holistically. He was considered for 6 years one of the most top 5 players in the league. What he was doing with Orlando was huge. He's probably one of the greatest Magic players that's ever played for the Magic. And I don't think it's a debate. He's up there with Shaq, and that is a huge consideration. We don't want to. No, I'm just talking about the Orlando
Yeah, yeah,
Magic
yeah, I know.
team. Let me get my facts correct. Um, he's a rebound champion so many times. He is a perennial all star when he was at his prime. He was top 5 for like 5 years. He was a top 5 NBA candidate during that run where he took LeBron James out. He's three-time defensive player of the year, if I'm correct. He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer when his career is done, and he's an NBA champion. He'll be a first ballot
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. If my politics is straight, and I'm going to keep them straight, I'd rather take Dwight Howard than Bill Walton in that list, just because of where the NBA is. I think Bill Walton gets really overdept, and his run, Dwight
I
Howard's
agree.
run, was incredible. And for me, that one was the greatest snub. Then I've got my other list, but let me allow you to jump in.
No, no, I agree with you. So I want you to say all your people because there's some similarities. Where I disagree, I'll let you know.
Um, I'm gonna say this, and and I hate to say this. I think if we're gonna talk about the greatest NBA team of all time, even just if it is based on the regular season, I think they're two
Okay.
superstars. Let me land it in the modern era, not even the modern era, the greatest NBA team that was assembled and proved it on a regular season. They just didn't close it with the championship. I
Oh,
think
I
I
see where
think
you're going.
I think their two superstars deserve to be there. If you're going to put Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen, just based on that principle, Klay Thompson is definitely at least a top 50 player, at least a top 50
Yeah,
player. I'm not trying. He's got three chips. They don't win those three chips without. They don't win those three chips without him.
exactly. Yeah.
And this is not an indictment, but I don't think Reggie Miller should be there before Klay Thompson.
Oh, but
Reggie should
okay.
be,
As long as
yeah,
he's there as well.
Reggie should be there, but it shouldn't be a debate on Klay Thompson. If
Yeah.
Ray Allen and Reggie Miller are there, Klay Thompson should be there
Then surely
because
Clay Thompson. Yeah.
without even a debate, he should have been in like at least top 50. And that's even like putting him very low. He's arguably one of the greatest scorers in the like to ever. He's revolutionized
Mm.
the game, and he should be there. And on that team, and I hate to say it, if you're gonna put Dennis Rodman in the top 75, Draymond Green has to be there. He's a three-time champion. That run
Same
doesn't
thing.
happen
Yeah.
without him. That run doesn't happen. So that was a big one. Kyrie Irving.
No ways. I
Let me
love
tell you why.
Kyrie, but no ways.
But
Go on.
he's top 75. He is top 75. I just think because he's such a polarizing player now, um, it's very agenda based. And I also wanted to put it out there. I think for his stance against the NBA, I kind of knew he wasn't going to be there. And also, his credentials are quite high. His credentials are quite high. I actually expected him to be there, but I knew that because of the politics that's happening now with him, he's
Yeah,
probably going to
obviously.
get snubbed. And look, that's also a big indictment on the NBA. The NBA also needs to kind of like, it's okay for somebody to disagree, but he should be a top 75 player. Um,
Of all
Crazy. Who else?
time.
He's top 75. He's top 75.
Which point guard is there? Is Dame there?
No, Dame's not there, but I know Jason Kidd, Steve Nash,
Okay, yeah. So okay,
Chris
okay,
Paul.
yeah. If Jason
You
Kidd, Steve
know,
Nash are there, then surely Kyrie Irving.
yeah, and also no, look, those are goats. Those are goats, and Kyrie's
They
a
don't have
goat. But
rings.
I also said, hold on, let me just land this. I also said like with that 75 list, we also have to balance out eras. We can't just flood it with a whole bunch of old school players. There are people who have
Yeah.
revolutionized the game at such a big level. Kyrie Irving is one of those guys. He's probably got one of the greatest handles that we've seen at that one position. Other ones, and I know we're probably going to debate. Vince Carter. Vince Carter deserves to be on the top 75 list. He's the he's the greatest dunker in the NBA has ever seen. He played 21 seasons. He was an 8-time All-Star, if I'm correct. Um, he, on a cultural level, and remember we always talked about basketball not being purely about X's and O's.
Yeah.
He revolutionized Canadian basketball. He made it popular in that sport. There's a lot of Canadian players who don't go to the NBA if Vince Carter doesn't come and change the face of the Toronto Raptors. That should have counted for something. And also, I think playing professional basketball for 21 seasons is a big thing. And he deserved to be there. And we can debate it. I'm here for you if you want to debate it. Do you want to debate it?
I don't understand. So greatest of all time, right?
Yeah.
It
Mm.
I get it, right? But we need to start with championships. We need to start with like solid accolades. Don't tell me greatest
He's the,
dunker. Like I don't
he's
care
the
about
greatest. He
that.
made it. He made it an art. He made it an art. And look, that run of his when he was an 8-time All-Star, he hit it like every single season. He was the face of the Toronto Raptors for a very long time. And like I said, culturally, he deserves to be there for what he did for Canadian basketball and for that association. He's arguably one of the greatest Raptors of all time. And
Yeah, same. But
to change a city's, I mean, like a whole country's culture towards basketball, when it's like the third popular sport, they has to be there. I mean, come on. I mean, cultural impact. I mean, it's Allen Iverson. Obviously, we know in terms of cultural impact in the
He's
NBA.
on the list, no?
Yeah, he has to be. He's there. He's there definitely.
Yeah.
Um, and then, oh, I wanted to make this point. It's kind of a travesty, and I hate to say this as a Laker, that Dwight Howard is there. He's not there, and
Okay.
Anthony Davis is on there. And if we're talking about Dwight Howard's run at
Yeah.
Orlando, that one was huge for me. I was
Yeah.
like, kind of a big
Yeah.
one. And then for me, once again, it's the disrespect of the European players that's always going to happen in the National Basketball Association. If Manu Ginobili wasn't moved to a sixth man, he's probably going to be in this list no matter what. Um, they don't win those championships without Manu Ginobili. His career speaks for itself. He should definitely be in the top 75. And
100%. And the
uh,
point guard, Tony Parker.
yeah, and then which one was also political? Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol deserves to be on that list for what he did for European basketball and also the entrance of that player. You must understand if Dirk is on that list and Pau's not on that list, it's a very, he deserves to be on that list. Kobe Bryant doesn't
And
win those two
Mark?
championships. Kobe Bryant doesn't win those two championships without Pau Gasol.
Mark?
Pau Gasol doesn't win those two championships without Pau
I
Gasol.
want to actually make a case for Marc Gasol.
I will make
Because
it.
he
I'm
had a
here for it.
similar career to his brother.
I'm talking about two
No?
championships. No. Kobe Bryant doesn't win. Kobe Bryant doesn't win those two championships without
Okay.
Pau Gasol. And you know
But
what?
Marc Gasol, how many rings does he have? He has one with the Raptors.
I think that's it. He didn't win on our
Really?
run. He didn't win on our run.
Oh, yeah, because, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. He didn't win on
But
our
Mark
run.
is actually quite a solid player.
And Pau is gonna be there probably when we go to the 85th list because once they retire his jersey, the debate is always gonna swing, and that's that's not my list. Chris Bosh, once again, sleeping giant as he's
Why?
always been
Okay,
throughout his whole career.
yeah,
Always sleeping giant, 11-time All Star. Miami doesn't, and Miami doesn't win those championships without Chris Bosh.
exactly.
If you're gonna have the other two, respect the dynamics of that team, throw him into that. And then yeah, that was my politics on that list. But holistically, Dwight Howard deserves more respect. And I get it because two other guys on that list who are huge consistently discredited him. And that's why I think it was it's just a shame. That was my biggest snub.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do agree with you. I mean, we didn't talk about Tony Parker. And Tony Parker is such a quiet, like you said, European players, they don't really put some
Yeah.
respect on them. It's
Yeah.
so unfortunate.
I
Go
wanted to
on.
throw out Tracy McGrady.
I knew it.
Tracy
No, we're
McGrady.
not. So
T Mac.
Tony Parker, right?
T
No,
Mac.
no, Tony Parker.
But Tony.
Even when we talk about point guards, he's not really in the. Yes, thank you, Sandita, for showing Tony Parker. I thought you were going to talk to. Whoa, I thought you were going to show Tracy McGrady. I was going to be so annoyed. But anyways, Tony
I agree.
Parker, he should also be in the list. Even when we talk about the greatest point guards, he's like rarely ever in any list, which is so weird. I watched his documentary. He has the rings to back it up. He's an all-star.
MVPs.
You know what I mean? MVP. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I can't
It's a big
believe.
snub.
No, Tony Parker should definitely be there.
Definitely, I actually completely agree with you. If, like I said, Tim Duncan, that run,
Yeah.
hold on. Tim Duncan's run doesn't really go that deep without Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. So if you're
Exactly.
gonna put
All
those,
three.
all three deserve to be in top 75, especially in the modern era of basketball. And also, like I said, with Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, your players outside of America get a lot more credit, and
All
those
of
two
it.
should
Yeah.
be those two should be definitely in. And they will probably want to they're in the structure of that San Antonio franchise. Greg Popovich has said it so many times. He said, "We aren't this great association without those two." Oh, I'd
Yeah,
like to
no,
bring
I
up
do agree with
T
you.
Mac. A lot of people disagree with me and Tracy McGrady. Guys, Tracy McGrady was a beast. I don't know who I kick off. He's not one of the best, the one of like the heaviest snubs.
Ah,
But T Mac, you're
you
telling me T
you
Mac?
just like him. You just like
You're
him,
telling
and
me
that's okay.
T Mac should be there. 8-time All Star as well. His run was too deep.
You need to
He
stop with
just
this,
didn't get a
dude.
chance.
Being an all-star really doesn't mean you're the one
It means
like you're one
something.
of the greatest.
It means something.
Yeah, it just means you're an all-star. It means
I
you're
mean,
really
let me.
good at this game called basketball.
All I want to say is that Ray Allen is up there, and T Mac for his run, and just T Mac has some
No, wait,
bum
Ray Allen
shit.
has a ring. Like, what is Tracy? Oh,
Yeah.
Tracy McGrady.
Does he have
I,
one in San
I,
Antonio? I think he might have one in San Antonio.
but he has a who? Tracy.
Yeah, I think he might have one, but I don't think so. I'm not sure. But Tracy deserves to be on the list. I don't know who you kick off, but for the modern era
Why?
of basketball, for the modern era of
Because
basketball,
of
that era, yeah, that era of basketball, I think he deserves to be in. But let's move swiftly along before we get charged with a time fine.
yeah, I highly disagree with you. Tracy McGrady should not be on the list. Wait, who's this? The point guard from Detroit Pistons, the short guy, Isaiah Thomas. Is he on the
He's
list?
there. He's there. He's there. He
Oh, I didn't
the
even check.
world was the world was gonna burn if they didn't put Isaiah Thomas there because Isaiah Thomas
Yeah, he was gonna.
he won two championships
Yeah, he.
without anybody in that 75 list. It's big. So he deserves to
Oh,
be there.
please.
But like guys, we need to get over. Look, we've mentioned some real players, and I think once we keep on going, like when we get to 100 years, people like Bill Walton and Rick Barry, I've got nothing but respect for them. But I'm on fraud alert. I'm on fraud alert for those two.
Oh wow. Okay, let's move on. We have like 9 minutes left of the show. Let's talk about your team and how underwhelming they are. Your team is very underwhelming. Do you agree with that?
I don't think so.
You
I'll
don't.
give you my analysis.
What's their
Let
record?
me give you mine. It's 2-1. It's only 3 games, guys. It's 2
No,
and 1.
no, it's one.
It's 1-2. Sorry, you're right. It's 1-2.
No, no, it's 1-3.
It's 1-2. We didn't play.
It's
We
one
playing.
and
We
three.
playing. No, we're playing today. We're playing today. We
So it's
traveling
one and
today.
two.
It's 1-2.
1-2. That's still.
It's not bad. It's 3 games, guys. Firstly, I want to say it's the politics of a new team roster. It's a new roster, completely new roster. Also, I think I expected Russell Westbrook to be more aggressive. He hasn't been aggressive at all. The turnovers are alarming. We'll see today, because LeBron's not going to play today. I think he is questionable because of they landed on his leg, which is also a big concern. But I'm thinking they're just going to minute watch him. I think we had loopy expectations for the fact that we thought we were going to blow out those teams. We lost to some great teams. We lost to some great teams. The first game.
What are the great teams? So Golden State.
No. The great team was Phoenix Suns. That team went to the finals. No hate
Okay.
on the. And also, you know what? I agree with you on this. It's the manner of how we lost to the Suns.
The
We lost by
Grizzlies.
the Suns.
Oh shit!
I
You
think
guys won
we
against the
pulled it.
Grizzlies.
Yeah, we pulled it back a little bit against the Suns, but there was a time we were down 32 points, and I was just like, "Well, I'm going to bed," and that's why Anthony Davis got into a huge fight with Dwight Howard, and that's the refreshing part about that loss. I was like, Anthony Davis showing some passion. He kind of knows that there's some shit on the line, and we can't just like lose. But it's not cause for concern just yet. We don't have to call a team meeting, but the manner of also only beating the Grizzlies because Ja Morant won. I mean, lost. Didn't sink that free throw. But you take your wins. It's 3 games in. Let's see where we are in. Like we've got a good couple of games that we need to win. The next 4 games we're playing below 500 teams. Like we got to get these dubs in. We've got to. Oh yes. Before I hand it off, you've also had a slow start, Koki. Let's before you make it all about me.
Yeah. So I'm going to be very honest. My team is very underwhelming. We lost to the Charlotte Hornets, which honestly, that team is having a good run. So I'll give it to them. Right? We lost to the defending champions, but that's no excuse. So even in those losses, I don't see the vision. I don't see where we're going. I don't like the fact that Patty Mills is not starting the game. Everything is just vibes. You know what you guys were saying about Steve Nash and his coaching? I see it this season. I see it this season. And I honestly think we need Kyrie Irving. I thought we could do without him. We really do need him. that team is so underwhelming. Although we have and KD is quite consistent. He's been dropping
Yeah,
30 points,
but it's
but
a
that
team
still
sport.
doesn't. Huh?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I'm saying it's a team sport. KD can't do it all. I know it feels like a cop
Exactly.
out, but he can't do it all.
Yeah, he really can't. And I would love to see more from James Harden. And I get it. His role in this team is just to assist the players. But I know he's a scorer. I know what he can do. He's done it with the Houston Rockets. He can definitely do that with
Yeah,
the Nets. I think Patty Mills can actually run the one. It's
I think Patty Mills should be
very
starting at the
underwhelming.
one, but the main problem is that
Exactly.
if you push Patty Mills outside of the second rotation, you kind of have a big problem. You need to
Yeah,
get
now
some
it's a
energy
depth
from someone.
problem.
Yeah,
Kyrie Irving just needs to get vaccinated. But
and
also your
also
team, hey?
Kyrie,
Yeah, go
Kyrie
on.
is Kyrie, Kyrie ain't coming back anytime soon.
It's
So
so weird because he hasn't said anything. I really want him back.
yeah, and like I think we all just need to be strong. Like I think he's not coming back anytime soon, which is a big concern for Brooklyn, because
Yeah.
there are teams in the East that are balling. I mean
So
those
Chicago's
Chicago
having a good
Bulls,
run.
those Chicago
Mm,
Bulls are 4-0, and that
but
team
I'm not
is young.
scared, which is so weird.
The
But they
depth,
don't.
you gotta be scared of the
Yeah,
depth.
like it's whatever. I think
Nah.
I don't. So with the team that we have right now, I don't think we will even make the conference finals.
Yeah, but let's see. Like I said, it's only 3 games. Let's get to ten
No, but
games.
still.
Let's get to Christmas. There's so many things that need to happen. I don't want to panic right now. Also, I know you talking about the Lakers. Dude, we got 4 guys injured. I know it's not an excuse,
Oh,
but
oh, please.
we got 4 guys injured. LeBron is out tonight. I'm not preempting
You
him
know,
out.
hey, you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Shaz?
Yeah.
Last year, the Nets were having the same problems. I told you, no, it's a new team. You were like, so what? You have a coach, whatever, whatever. I was like, okay, no problem. This is the excuse you're using now. Oh, new
No,
team,
it's not.
chemistry, whatever. Cool.
But it's a
Now you're
brand
talking about
new team.
injuries.
No,
Excuse
okay,
me?
cool. The concerns I do have for both our teams, and I'll make it legitimate, is it's a coaching thing. The big issue is now the coaches are going to
For
have to
both
show a
our
lot of
teams.
yeah, our coaches are going to
Okay.
have to show a lot of leadership, um,
Okay.
because look, maybe my team less pressure. Frank Vogel got a chip. You guys kind of looking like the Clippers right now. You guys are kind of looking at the Clippers,
Exactly.
looking
Yeah.
like the Clippers. And if it doesn't work this season with the politics around Kyrie Irving, they're going to have to get rid of
Some,
him.
yeah.
And that's going to be huge. And the one last thing I wanted to mention, I know I'm throwing you off, is I think Philly in some trouble. I think Philly in some real diabolical issues because we didn't even get to cover the fact that they threw Ben Simmons out again, and they and it's kind of weird because now Joel Embiid says he doesn't care, and then he had a weird press conference where he said not press conference where he said he's still our brother. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm really watching out about them. I want to see what's happening. But holistically for my team, hopefully my Lakers get it back together. And shout out to Carmelo Anthony, balling out of control. He's number 9th, all-time great. He hit 26, 6 from 8 from 3-point line. He brought it home. You got to
So
respect
wait,
that.
can
That's
I ask you?
depth.
So 26 points is a big deal.
Off the bench, 6 from 8 from 3-point line. I think that's a very good
Okay.
stat line. That's
All
very good.
right.
In
No, I
22
like it
minutes,
because
he's
it's
like,
gonna happen with the Nets, and then you're gonna discredit it. But no problem.
ooh, Blake Griffin. He's going to
Patty
score like
Mills.
30.
You see, you're already starting, but no problem. 26 points. I trust my Patty Mills. He'll give me 26 or even 30 off the bench. Then we'll have this
Anyway.
conversation again.
Carmelo Anthony,
Yeah.
congratulations to him, number 9 all-time greatest scorer. Yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer, and that's me.
All right. All right. I think we're done with the show. Again, easy show, you know, short and
Cool. And
sweet,
actually, I preferred
nice
like
and
this.
easy.
I preferred like this. Those other guys, we're trying to fire them, get rid of them. So thank you guys for always liking and subscribing. I'm out.
Oh, are you taking us out? Like, subscribe, share, comment. Say it, Chad.
Yeah, like, subscribe, share, comment, Fastbreak SA. And also, if I have to give a random shout out to these guys. Shout out to Brian and Leslie. They killed it on their commentary gig. First one, those are my
Oh
guys. Wanted to
yes.
give them a
And Shine
huge credit.
is game.
Shine out there balling out of control as we expect him to. But shout out to him. He did very well. And yeah, we're growing the team.
Where
Support
can
the
they catch him?
Tigers.
Where can they watch Shine?
Oh, you asking me a lot of things. You put me on the spot. I hadn't prepared these in my notes. They can catch him for the 20 Suns.
BNL. There you
BNL for the
go.
20 Suns. Look out for my guy. We should actually
Exactly.
end off with like an infographic somewhere here. But look out for my guy and Cape Town Tigers. If you're trying to make him go pro, put him on.
Mm-hmm.
His agents are all X-rated.
All right, guys. Thank you. See you guys next week. Bye.